We're here at Raines High School with FSU commit 4-star offensive lineman Solomon Thomas. Solomon, what's it been like so far this spring? What kind of things have you guys already done, I guess, early in the spring?
It's team-wise?
Yeah, football.
Simple, spring installs, make sure we're going through film. I'm really taking my time and trying to walk through the guys with the certain techniques.
Okay.
And different ways to block, different ways to think, trying to challenge their IQ.
What have you done? What's kind of different about going in your senior year? Is it more you got to be more vocal? Do you feel like you need to do stuff more as far as hands-on or to help the younger guys? Or what's kind of your mindset going in your senior year?
I think I'm also just have to lead by example. I'm not really one to talk, telling guys, what to do or where to be. I'm going to make sure I'm where I need to be.
Okay.
And those who are really locked in are going to lock in with me.
So they're watching you and kind of taking...
I know they're watching me. So if I do what I'm supposed to do, then we should have no problem.
Right. From a recruiting standpoint, I know you got all your official visits set up. You told me FSU will be the last one. We won't go through the dates because I know you're not with the dates. But FSU, LSU, Florida, all places you're going to officially visit. Is there any other schools that you want to officially visit down the line?
I don't have any.
Okay, so those three mainly.
Yeah.
Okay. Just start with FSU a little bit. Coach Atkins, I know you love his approach. Doesn't call you because you're not a guy that talks on the phone a lot, but just talk about that relationship, how it's evolved, and just how you feel about him, and I guess when you guys last talked.
I think we talked maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
3 or 4 weeks ago. I've been real wrapped up with this pageant.
Okay.
So with the pageant, he knows everything I have going on.
Right.
Been really just, running off of caffeine. So for the last couple weeks. But, he stayed in contact with me. He even, worked with the pageant with me, like certain questions and little interviews that I'm going to have to do to go through it, which has just been great. But, it's the same as it's been,
What is so special about him as a person and a coach? What makes him so special that you connect so well with him?
I feel like most importantly, he's a great coach. He can see not only the box, but he can see the whole field. That's why he gets paid so much. But then at the same time, building relationships. But then beyond relationships, is once you become one of his players, he truly adopts you as one of his own.
Okay.
Beyond the football aspect, it's football can be sometimes perceived as a transaction.
Right.
Especially with NIL, I'm gonna give you this amount of money, you just do your job.
Right.
It's not like that.
I got you.
With him, it's we're gonna pay you, but you still have to be responsible for this. It's more of a fatherly relationship than a coworker.
Right.
Kind of thing. And then with him just being the great coach that he is.
Right. And then every time you're there, you tell me, hey, it's like home. I don't feel like anything's pressed as far as when I'm with FSU. Is it still that feeling with FSU when you're there?
Of course.
When you plan on getting back over there, is it going to be
my official visit?
Okay. Because you got so much stuff going on in your spring.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm pretty much almost done with traveling. Because it's fun. It's a blessing to have the opportunity, but at the same time, it can be tiring as well.
You've been over there so many times with FSU, official visit wise. A lot of guys on the official visits, they're looking to get to know players, but you already know a lot of these players on the team. So what is that official visit going to be for you? It's kind of like an explanation point of learning everything about FSU?
I feel like it's learning not only the players of who they are, but who they truly are. I can say that I know those guys, but I feel like I don't know them as well as I could know them.
Okay.
Who they are, who their parents are, where they come from, all that, little stuff.
You've said every time you visit FSU, you're like home. It feels good to be back home. You said one time, I went on these visits, but then I came to FSU, and it was like, you hadn't been somewhere a while. Yeah. You come back home. What is kind of the strength of just how you feel with your commitment? It feels really strong.
It is. But of course, it's a recruiting process. I only get this once. So, I definitely want to
Go through it.
go through it. Of course I committed early, but you want to enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it about FSU that keeps you so rock solid and locked with those guys? Is it what you can see yourself outside of football, or is it everything all patched into one?
Location, and I don't know. It was just a gut feeling.
What's the feeling when you're there? What is it like? Is that a place you could see if you weren't playing football?
I know it's work.
Okay.
And I love that part of it.
Okay.
And then on top of it, being with the coach. But I feel like it's work. Anytime I go down there, I feel like it's more so it's more of an underrated kind of place. And when you get these transfers coming from Alabama, you get this coming from these SEC schools, and they come over here and it's like, dang, I should have been here from the jump.
Okay.
Because it is home. It's a soul kind of feel.
I got you. You got LSU, you got the Florida ones, but as far as your spring football season, what are you kind of looking to do better, as a player this year for your team, Solomon, for Reigns?
Consistency. I feel like consistency is key. Playbook isn't a problem because it's been the same playbook since I was a freshman.
Okay.
But being consistent, of course, you see highlights, but after last year, I'm past highlights. I want to be a highlight every snap.
What are you working on the most? Is it mainly run? Is it pass? Is it kind of a mixture?
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. You can't do one more than the other.
Okay.
Then they'll label you as a strong pass blocker. I want to be a great football player.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They would kill me if I didn't ask you about the relationship with Coach Norville. Just what is your feelings when you're around that guy, or you talk to him on the phone? What are you thinking when you're talking to Coach Norville?
He's a motivator for sure. I don't know what his wife put in his coffee, but he he comes with the energy every day, and that's something for those hard days, those late nights, and you come in and he's screaming in your face, but it's a good scream. It's never until you mess up, then it's like okay, but you come in feeling down, but you walk into that building, you have a smile on your face by the end of the day.
And then lastly, KJ Kirkland over there from your school.
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked with KJ, or has he kind of told you what it's like?
He really as soon as I committed, before I committed, he was talking to me a lot. But after I committed, he kind of put his hands off of me because he wanted me to see it for myself and not just him telling me stuff.
Him being there's a lot of excitement about KJ. Were you surprised that he's moved so quickly up there as far as a guy that they feel like they're going to play? It should be a big part of their team.
I'm not surprised. He's been doing the same thing he was doing here. Putting his head down and working hard.
I got you. Thanks, Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Always good, bud.